So today, what I want to do today's leg day, and Crystal's been having a problem with her squats. Sorry for all the lighting, it's kind of crazy right now, morning time. Anyways, Crystal's been having a problem with her squats. Her knees have been coming forward as she goes down lower. That's a pretty common squat problem with a lot of people. It basically just lack of stability and strength in your hips and adductors, abductors and whatnot. So one way to counteract that is to put a band that actually is a tension band that pulls your knees inward. You would think that'd be kind of, contradicting, but by having that pressure that draws your knees inward, you have to like mentally, intently push them outward, and then it kind of builds that right habit train. So she doesn't know this yet because I'm trying to surprise her and be a good boyfriend, but I'm gonna go to the supplement store, YTFS, down the street, pick up one of those resistance bands, see what else they have, and see if we can try it tonight and improve her squat form, because I know it's been bothering her and she gets frustrated, and nobody likes Crystal when she's frustrated, so gotta try and make her happy. Alright, so with just a basic blue band. This is not even a full complete band, it's just basically a rubber strip, but you can tie it off, which is nice because you can kind of customize the length or the tension of it. So it's like $6-7, not too bad at all. I mean, for what it's worth, to kind of basically the main point of it is to stimulate the habit of consciously pushing out so that your knees don't buckle. So if I can get her to consciously start doing that more naturally and instinctively, hopefully she won't buckle anymore on her squat. So that's the plan there. We'll try it out tonight. Alright, so I've been spending a large part of the day trying to improve my cinematography skills and learn some video editing. So I'm gonna take a break from that and get some food. Alright, so I've been getting a lot of questions lately on what I'm eating, and right now the answer is a ton of eggs. I've been eating like 10 eggs a day lately with these burger patties, and it's just really hitting the spot. I went so long without having that many eggs, and I'm just catching up on my egg craving. So that's what I'm doing currently. Sorry I didn't get too much footage at the gym. I was kind of in a hurry. This week was my 3 sets of 3, so I started at 355 for 3, then I went to 375 for 3, then I went to 395 for 3. That last one was a doozy, but I got it. Tried the bands with Crystal. We're gonna keep working on that, and then see what else happened. I hit 7 plates on each side, so 14 plates total on the hack squat machine. Didn't get that on film, but that was a PR, so I felt pretty good about that. Today's vlog's running kind of short, so I kind of wanted to see what I can do to add some more value, and I think what I'm going to do is use that software that I was talking about the other day, that screen share software, and plug it into my phone so I can kind of give you a walkthrough on the macro tracking app I use, My Macros Plus, because I get a lot of questions about, every time I post a screenshot of my macro tracker, everybody's always asking me, what app is that? So I'm going to pull that up and kind of show you what I'm using to track my macros. And I've used MyFitnessPal, I've used a couple of the other alternatives out there, but I've been really pleased with My Macros Plus, and tracking macros is huge, so I'm going to kind of do a little tutorial walkthrough on that. So get ready. Alright, so we'll just dive right on in here and see if I can get this figured out. So this is My Macros Plus. This is what the app looks like in the App Store. I believe it's like $2.99 or $3.99, something simple, one-time fee. So you download that and you click on it, and that's my today's macros. But if you go to the main menu here, you've got a search feature where you can search just about any food. The search library is not quite as extensive as MyFitnessPal, but it's pretty good. You've got customs and faves, and I use this a lot. Like anything that I use frequently, I'll just add that in here, and then I can just put that into my meal for the day. For instance, let's say I want to have some almond butter tonight, I'll add that, and I can adjust the amounts, 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons,
I can adjust what meal it goes to, and these meals are all customizable as well. Shows the macro breakdown, shows the percentage, so pretty cool there. And then if you go back to the main menu, you've got recent food items. That's always handy. You've got, let's see here, frequent. I don't really use that as much. So yeah, basically just whatever you put into a meal, that's what adds up there. And then my recipes, if I add like something, add something together, make something off the top of my head, or throw something together from a recipe I find online or in a cookbook, I'll basically add that to here, and then I can save that and then put that into any of the meals, which is nice. I don't ever use this, but it's pretty interesting. You can search by genre of food, which is pretty cool. By brand, fast track. So like if you're just wanting to throw in some macros quick and don't really want to know the details, you can just put in the main macronutrient profile and add that to your meal. And then barcode scanner. This is common with most macro tracking apps, but you can just scan that barcode and it'll automatically upload the nutritional info. And then add custom food. I use this quite a bit. So if there's something that's not showing up in the barcode scanner, or if it's something I've made, I'll just add those macronutrients here, and you can select what type, kind of further refine that classification process. But once you have all these in, you can basically, this is what the interface looks like here. And I'll do a more in-depth overview of this at some other point, but this is just kind of a quick get you off the ground running. So you can track your weight. I don't really use this very often for tracking weight, but it's a good thing you can do with it. You can track your meals. This is predominantly what I use it for. I can go back in time and look at any of my meals previously. It shows my macro goals at the top here, how much I have left to consume. Shows my totals at the bottom. And then I can click that little I button at the bottom, and that shows me my breakdown so far. So for today, for instance, I've had 2,600 calories thus far, 196 grams of fat, 3 grams of carbs, and 203 grams of protein because I'm doing the high protein month ratio. And then you can even track your water consumption, which I don't generally do. My circle is basically you can follow people and they can follow you, and you can share recipes back and forth, which is kind of cool. Weight loss, I don't use this, but you can sync this up, I believe, with your Fitbit tracker. And then there's also a web app that I think you would have to pay extra for, but that shows a lot of different features as well from the desktop, interface. But what I like about this is you can go to the 3 dots over here in the right hand corner, and then you can remove track food. You can look at your day options. You can add meal notes. You can have a meal timer if you want to do something like that. If you're setting up a new macro goal, and this is where it's kind of more, this is where it's got a leg up on MyFitnessPal. You can go to app settings, and then this kind of shows you what some of your options are here. But you can go to app setting and then set nutritional goals, and you can add a new macro goal, and you could do this by grams or by ratio. And I really like that aspect of it. I don't think MyFitnessPal can refine it quite as much. And then let's see, what else do I like about this app? Oh, you can also go to day options, and then you can set, that's where you select your macros. This is how I make a lot of my clients' macros. I'll build a profile for them, and then I'll determine their macros, make them a sample meal plan that hits those macros, and then I'll email that day to myself, and then it's got all that breakdown there, which is pretty useful. Let's see what else is good here. That's just a quick little overview. I don't want to make this too lengthy, but yeah, that'll give you a quick idea of what is possible and kind of compare and contrast my macros plus with MyFitnessPal or whatever macro tracker you are currently using. So I like it a lot. I use it a lot. Use it every day. I believe the owner and founder of this was previously a bodybuilder, so he thinks like a bodybuilder thinks in terms of tracking food. So I find that beneficial. But yeah, that is all I gotta say about this, and I'll catch y'all next time. Have a good one.